We do things that in the next 10, 20 years, Agile will still be written in the book of history.
In Kaduna State, a transformative journey is underway. The Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, AGILE, through Kaduna State Government, is building a future where every girl can access quality education, empowering not only themselves, but entire communities. Behind these successes lie a story of dedication, precision, and excellence.
My name is Hadiza Hatuddin. I'm component lead, subcomponent 2.1. That's social norms and behavioral change.
My name is OJ Peter Ongazi Utaje. I'm the procurement officer for Kaduna AGILE project.
My name is Siabai Hilda Ace. I am the monitoring and evaluation officer for Kaduna AGILE project.
Since its inception, Kaduna State AGILE has set the standard for what is possible when passion meets strategy. This commitment to excellence has evolved into a robust system of quality control, a model for sustainable impact. At the heart of AGILE's success in Kaduna lies an unwavering focus on quality. From the careful selection of contractors to the meticulous monitoring of every project, no detail is too small.
We went through a rigorous selection process, a procurement process, which ensured that our supervision consultants were both technically and financially competent of carrying out the assignment. We had an open competitive process, which started out with advertisements which were sent out in the newspapers in 2022. Aside from providing them with bills of quantities, with architectural, mechanical, and structural drawings, is to also provide something called a construction manual. The construction manual goes into detail as to how the construction should be carried out, the specifications for the materials to be used, and the various additional tests that will need to be carried out to be able to certify that a particular material is fit for use on our projects.
This commitment extends to every aspect of Kaduna State AGILE's work, from the design of classrooms to the provision of wash facilities and security fences.
AGILE gave us the construction of a senior secondary school here in Binawa under the administration of His Excellency Senator Uba Sani. We started our works with the admin block, the 8 classroom block, the 4 classroom block, the laboratory and the toilet block. And then we have the multipurpose hall. The 8 classroom block is a story building. We were able to drill about 50 meters down to get water. Our project has reached about 96% completion. So when you come out from the toilet, these are wash hand basins, everything tiling and installation of fittings. They've almost been done. Yeah.
We do not work in isolation. We work together with other state structures. So we have qualified civil engineers, quantity surveyors, architects, builders from Ministry of Works, from the Public Procurement Authority. Together we form a monitoring team with them. And aside that, there's also a provision for a supervision consulting firm. Like it's either an architectural firm or a civil engineering firm. We work closely with them to ensure that the standards are kept, that the wash facilities that are being constructed and provided are safe and are accessible for young children, and most importantly, that these civil works that are being implemented and delivered on the project stand the test of time.
The Kaduna State Agile selection process ensures that contractors and vendors share its vision of excellence. Strict accountability measures guarantee that every investment delivers results.
What you can see in front of us are some of the materials that are being used, and we insist on standards and on quality to ensure that the right thing is done at the right price and at the right time. Well done. I think the quality of work is really quite good. You can see that there is a complete adherence to standards, both environmental, social, compliance with work ethics. We do not have any child labor on site. I'm here with my monitoring and evaluation officer, who is also part of the team, who we regularly go out with on regular monitoring and evaluation. I don't know if you will speak to one or two of the things that you have also noticed here on site.
Okay, so one of the main things I've noticed on site is the pace of the work. But most importantly, what is key for us to have at the back of our mind is the fact that this school is intentionally brought here because this is an underserved community, and that is the whole essence of the project. The essence of is to provide accessible learning spaces, and if these schools are not within communities, obviously girls and also boys cannot be in schools. So kudos to the contractor and the work that they have done here. They are here and we are so happy with what we have seen.
Kaduna State Agile's monitoring and evaluation team serves as the backbone of its operations, ensuring that every project meets its intended goals.
Under this particular project, we have a bit of construction, which takes up about 40 to 45% of the entire pot under the project. Now, under that, we have what we call component 1.1, which is creating safe and enabling learning spaces. This component focuses on the construction of new junior and senior secondary schools. The idea is to encourage transition of young girls from primary school to secondary school. It means that they would get enrolled, they will transit, and then finally graduate. But largely, the studies had shown that there was a need for an improvement of the infrastructure around the schools to be able to create that enabling environment for the young girls to be able to thrive.
Agile is not just about today, it is about securing the future. Schools built today will stand strong for generations, shaping leaders, innovators, and change makers.
What we are providing now will stand the test of time 50 years from now. Just as we have seen schools that have been in existence for 50, 60 years, our hope is that these schools in the next 50 years will continue to serve generations that are yet unborn.
Through capacity building workshops and maintenance programs, Kaduna State Agile empowers communities to take ownership of these facilities, fostering a culture of responsibility and pride.
When I came to Kaduna, because we are actually in Abuja, I started schooling in Government Secondary School, Kakuri. In my SS1, when I started school, there were just few chairs in the school. And there was this popular saying that ran in the school, first come, first serve. When you come to school early, you get chair to sit down. If you come late, you don't get to sit down. And if you are not lucky, maybe if you carry one chair now and it's for senior, the senior will have to come and bully you and collect it. I think it was my third term SS2 that Agile now intervened. They gave us chairs, and I would like quality chairs.
As you can see, was not like this. It was a place that was blown off by the air, and the Agile renovated this place. They provided these ICT facilities. The students are now using them. They are very good facilities. They are learning a lot. We appreciate the governor in person of Alhaji Ubasani, the governor of Kaduna State. We also appreciate the Commissioner of Education and State Agile Coordinator, Hajiya Maryam Dangaji.
Gaskiya Agile sun muna kokari sosai, muna jin daɗin hakan sosai. Saboda a baya ba za mu iya zuwa wurin kwamfuta balle mu har mu yi participating akai, amma yanzu mukan zo wurin koyon kwamfuta har mu yi wani abu kamar mu yi baje da kuma bana da sauran abubuwa haka.
Good. Yes. Change the font color to the red.
I have so many experience on this Agile program because before I don't have any experience on system, but with the help of their program, now I can do so many things with computer, such as browsing, create invitation card memos, and so many things. And it is an easier way for me to learn so many things.
Muna cikar godiya sosai da gwamnan mu Ubasani da kuma Hajiya Maryam Dangaji. Muna godiya sosai.
Subaya and Amasula are just two of the many girls whose futures have been transformed by Agile's commitment to creating a safe and supportive environment for quality education.
Make sure you save your work.
The intervention of Agile in the state is a blessing to the citizens of Kaduna State. One thing I like Agile is that there's no compromise in the standard of work they provided in our schools. So I can beat my chest and testify.
Let's not in any way compromise quality. Let this be done. Let this be done. And sometimes I just take time out, call my team, we have to go on supervision. They're surprised when they see me in some villages. I've come to see for myself what is happening. Don't dare do this. So once there's this strong monitoring, there's provision and there's contentment, and of course the staff too are well taken care of, I mean, things will go well. We're just missing some things along the way in terms of real implementation. But what we set our mind to do, according to standards, according to what is in the project appraisal document, do not deviate, do not reinvent the wheel. Even though it's not cast on stone, where we need to make some adjustment because of peculiarities of local government communities, we can do that with permission from the WOBA, but not a total deviation of what we can achieve it.
One of the key things that has made Agile to stand out is from the ideation stage, before we even get to the planning stage. At that point, we start looking at who are the key people, who are the key stakeholders that must be involved.
At the onset of implementation of the project, we went to the Emir of Zaria, who is the most senior in terms of hierarchy, told him about the project, the emirs, the gatekeepers of the communities, just to get their buy-in so that they wouldn't hear it from outside and get negative perceptions about the project. When he accepts a thing, of course, the community accepts. And apart from him, we visited other communities, other chiefs, and of course, we've gotten their buy-in.
At the end of the day, the key driving force for us as a team and even as a state is to ensure that no one is left behind, that everyone is carried along.
Then came Agile, the Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment. Learning and Empowerment, yes, I get empowered by learning. Agile, driving a change in cultural and social norms which says no to my dreams and aspirations. Agile, giving me an enabling environment so I can read. Digital skills to enable me to trade safely online. Scholarship so I can complete my studies. And by doing so, I am proud to say I am an empowered woman. And I am telling you that I will be a role model to my society. Not just my society, I will be a role model to my younger ones. Not just my younger ones, but I will be a role model to the children I will bear.
The story of Kaduna State Agile is one of vision, excellence, and impact. By ensuring that quality is at the heart of every initiative, Agile is not only transforming lives in Kaduna today, but laying the foundation for a brighter, more empowered tomorrow.